Hello, guys. I'm Timothy Earle from Earle Sports Bets on Picks and Parlays, and welcome back to another edition of Ballin' Out with Tim Earle. College basketball for Saturday the 18th. We got a big slate. I got 7 games lined up to talk about. We will have a lot more over on the site. I picked out all the good games for you guys. Don't worry. I didn't pick out any of the small schools. I picked out a bunch of big games. I got Illinois and Indiana, Boston College and Florida State, Tennessee and Kentucky, Oklahoma and Texas, Notre Dame and Virginia, Baylor, Kansas, and Duke, Syracuse. So a bunch of good games to talk about for it. Before we jump into it, if you guys are interested, you guys can go over to the link in the description, picksandparlay.net/Tim. You can get a 1-week pass for all my college basketball plays, which 1 week, we're going to have probably close to 30 of them up for tomorrow alone. We'll probably have about 100, 125 plays for an entire week. That's less than $1 a play. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and grab that, or you can grab the month pass for $200. Both of them on that link down below. As I'm recording this, none of the plays that I gave out yesterday have started yet because I'm recording this at like 4 o'clock. Baseball game we're going to tonight, and I'm traveling back home, and a lot of stuff going on tonight. So I'm recording this early, so make sure you guys check back for that. But all the plays are up on the site. Let's jump into it. Illinois and Indiana, they'll rip it off at noon. Indiana's a 4.5-point favorite. 147 is the total in this game. We look at the two sides. Illinois 17-7. 17-8. Indiana 18-8. But this is going to be a very common theme. Indiana's ranked. Illinois is not. It's a 4.5-point spread. Give me Illinois. I think they win outright. Dogs, unranked teams versus ranked teams. The unranked teams are covering at like a 70% clip this year when the spread is 5 or less. We're going to keep riding that angle. Illinois plus the 4.5. We'll head over to this one, Boston College and Florida State. Florida State's a 4.5-point favorite. 140 is the total in this one. And this is just a line that's a weird one. You get a Florida State team that's 8-19 and they're favored in. Give them to me. I'll say, it's 4.5, 3.5, whatever it is. It don't matter. I'm taking Florida State minus the points. I think it's a good spot for them. I think they win by double digits. So I know it's 4.5, 3, whatever you get it at. We're taking Florida State. Just a weird line. Boston College is 2-7 on the road. Not a good road team. I'll take Florida State to cover that spread. This one's probably my favorite play of the day. We get Tennessee. We get Kentucky. Tennessee's a 2.5-point road favorite. 134 is the total in this one. And if you thought we were going anywhere else other than Kentucky, and yes, we're taking the money line plus 140. You guys, you'd be crazy. We get a ranked team and an unranked team. We're grabbing the unranked team. Tennessee coming off of a big win versus Alabama at home. This is a humongous letdown spot for them after a big win. They don't play all that well on the road, 4-3 on the road against a Kentucky team. Yes, Kentucky's not the same as they used to be. They're still 12-3 at home this year. So they get the job done at home. Give me Kentucky outright plus 140. Oklahoma and Texas is up next. Texas a 9.5-point home favorite. 142.5 is the total. And this is another one. I'm just going to fade a ranked team. I'm taking Oklahoma plus the points. Oklahoma's 13-13 this year. Texas 20-6. I figured this spread would be a lot bigger because Texas is number 6 in the country. Oklahoma is even 500, and they're 1-6 on the road against a team that's 14-1, and this is less than double digits. I expected this one to be 14-point spread. Nah, give me Oklahoma plus the points. We'll head to Notre Dame and Virginia up next. Virginia is a 14.5-point favorite. Total of 134. And if I remember, I'm pulling it up. Notre Dame is one of the worst teams against the spread. They are the third worst team against the spread. Second worst team in terms of covering percentage because they are 26.92% covering, 7-19 this year. The only team that's worse is Tulsa, 3-20-2 at 13%. This is a Notre Dame team that's really, really rough against a ranked team in Virginia, who they barely beat Louisville last game. Virginia is 12-1 at home. Notre Dame 0-7 on the road. You already know we're grabbing it. It's gross. Let's grab some Fighting Irish at noon. We're going to grab them plus the 14.5. We're taking a team that's one of the worst covering teams in the nation. Poopy play right there. Grab Notre Dame. 2 plays left, and this is probably one of the games of the day. You get Baylor. You get Kansas. Kansas is a 4.5-point fave. 150.5 is the total. And this is going to be a banger because Kansas, I believe, is 5th in the nation. Baylor is 9th. Baylor's on a nice streak right now because they have won 10 out of their last 11 games. So on a really, really nice run. Their only loss was in Texas. Not a bad loss. You got Kansas, which is showing a little bit of flaws because I know that they did they've won 3 straight and 5 out of their last 6. Only loss was a blowout loss to Iowa State. And not to mention, these 2 teams have already played this year, and Baylor won that one by 6. I'm going to take Baylor to cover again. I just think when you get a matchup this close, I don't think a spread should be this wide with 2 teams that are as high talent as these 2. Go ahead, give me Baylor in this one. Final game of the day, we get Duke and Syracuse up in the Carrier Dome. Duke is a 1.5-point favorite. 140.5 is the total. You get Duke, that's 18-8. You get Syracuse, that's 16-10. Duke 2-6 on the road, and with a Syracuse team that's 10-5 at home. And I'm grabbing the Cuse. I feel like Duke's pretty close to being a ranked team, and this one's close to a pick 'em. Syracuse always plays them tough, especially in the Dome. And I'm grabbing Cuse to wrap up the card. This one's a 6 o'clock game on Saturday. Now, we're going to have a lot of plays tomorrow. I will say that there will be probably close to 25 to 30 plays up on the site. That was only 7 of them. If you guys are interested in grabbing the rest, $70 week pass you get tomorrow and everything else for the next week on college basketball. Or if you want to grab the month pass, because we're getting close to March Madness. If you guys, it's all conference tournaments starting in about 2 weeks. Jump on the month pass, $200 as well. Either of those 2 options, you can grab all of our plays in college basketball. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Until next time, let's make some money. Let's cash some bets in college basketball.